بين اليأس من حال الدنيا وشد الرحال إلى المجهول طريق سلكه عبر التاريخ ملايين الأشخاص ممن وصلت بهم أحوال أرضهم إلى اتخاذ قرار الرحيل.
God save me. We don't know what to do. Finish while riding Okada is very bad. There is no food, no kerosene, no fuel. So, because of that, we entered this road to look for success, so that we shall have more food, more education in this place. That is the reason we entered this country.
السفينة بوربن أرغوس ستقوم بإحدى مهمات إنقاذ مجموعة من المهاجرين حاملة على متنها فريق عمل أطباء بلا حدود وفريق الميادين. خلية بشرية متكاملة، المواد الطبية واللوجستية من غذاء وألبسة وأغطية، كما وسائل الإنقاذ والسلامة لا بد من أن تكون جاهزة، فالهدف أن يتم إنقاذ أكبر عدد ممكن من المهاجرين في البحر. مهمة غير محددة بوقت معين، قد تقتصر على أيام وقد تمتد على مدى أسابيع. تجربة ندعوكم إلى مشاركتها معنا.
Very heavy. I don't know if we can even wear it. It's very heavy, huh? Was is it? I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh no.
We have to call the other guys.
Okay, we need men. Men. I'm sorry.
من جزيرة صقلية انطلقنا على متن بوربن أرغوس، يرافقنا خفر السواحل الإيطالي حتى المياه الإقليمية. منظمة أطباء بلا حدود تستأجر السفينة. باسكال منسق الطوارئ، ديناميكي مستنفر على مدار الساعة.
I am the emergency coordinator for Doctors Without Borders, MSF, and basically emergency coordinators means human interaction. So my principal duty is to see that the MSF team is working as a team actually and not as just an addition of individuals. To see that they have all the tools and the knowledge they need to have to perform the job properly. I also have to coordinate the MSF work with the team of the Bourbon Argos, the crew of the boat, to see that we are all performing well and trying to steer the ship in the right direction. My duty is also to coordinate our actions with the other actors or partners we have in the area, meaning all the other vessels, authorities in the ports, also the MRCC, the Rescue Coordination Center in Rome, and last but not least, to see that we all together have a good human interaction with our guests. It's really important for us at any time that we put the priority there.
6:45 we started on
الاجتماع اليومي لشرح توزيع المهام والتحذير من المخاطر التي قد تواجهها السفينة لا ينتهي بإخضاع الضيوف كفريق الميادين لتمارين الطوارئ وتعريفهم بأجزاء السفينة كافة وصولاً إلى التوقيع على إجراءات خاصة بالسلامة تغطي زمن المهمة. التفاعل متبادل. الميادين كانت لها محطة أيضاً مع شرح أهداف المهمة التي جاءت من أجلها. لا ينسى باسكال أي تفصيل بما فيه الغرف الآمنة في حال تعرض السفينة لقرصنة ما أو لأي نوع من الأخطار مهما كان نوعه وحجمه.
It's MSF chartering these boats, so MSF has the right to ask the captain to go to that direction or this direction to set the route or to set the final destination. But of course, the captain has the right to say no if we are putting the people or the ship into jeopardy, meaning that he has the final responsibility for all the people aboard, including our guests. So if he thinks that it would be too dangerous to go to some places for some reason, he has the right to say no and we don't go.
هنا لا وقت للاستراحة. استغللنا كل ساعة. قمرة القيادة استضافتنا مساءً. نائب قائد السفينة ألكسندر شرح لنا مهامه بالتفصيل.
My name is Volkov Alexander and my rank is Chief Officer, Chief Mate, Safety and Security Officer on board of Bourbon Argus. Usually all our actions is coordinated by MRCC Rome or from some Navy. During the night we just make SAR patrol, search and rescue. In some area we have just MSF team provide for us some zone, and in this zone we make the patrol. We just try to go to east, then to west in safe distance from the shore, because during the night time we have some regulations and we cannot proceed more than 35 nautical miles from the shore, and we are standby in this area, and in case we will receive some distress, it will be already master decision to proceed to this area or no, because on board of our vessel we are responsible for the safety of people and crew who working here, not only for the refugees and so on. That's why when you make this decision, you should understand all risks that you have.
انتهى اليوم الأول في البحر. نداء الاستغاثة لا يعرف إطاراً في الوقت كما في المكان، ما يستوجب البقاء في جاهزية تامة. مهام كهذه ليست بالسهولة التي يتصورها البعض. اليوم الثاني في خضم المتوسط. للصباح الباكر نكهة خاصة. البوربون أرغوس تترقب مهمة إنقاذ، لكن اليوم مجموعة من الدلافين سترافقنا.
So today is the first day since we left Sicily yesterday. We arrived in the search and rescue zone this morning at about 6 o'clock. And suddenly this morning at 5:30, we received a telex from the MRCC, the Rescue Operation Center in Rome, stating that there was a rubber boat in distress near the Libyan coast. It was very far from us, So with the captain, we decided to go full speed in that direction, even knowing that we couldn't reach this location, which was well into Libyan waters. 12 miles is the limit of the international waters, so we cannot go closer than that. Going too close to the Libyan coast, it might be risky, of course, because you never know who is actually, who are the stakeholders on the coast. We had few incidents in the past where you have speedboats coming straight at us, but we don't know who it is. Is it the Libyan coast guards, smugglers, other people you don't want to meet? So it's very risky for this issue. So we're very aware of this problem. After a while, we decided also to put the MSF team into action. So we asked them to put on their gears, meaning the life jacket, helmets, gloves, and to be ready to intercept this rubber boat. And the third call, about 7:30, showed that the position of the boat was even closer to the Libyan coast, meaning that either they choose to go back or they may have had a problem, engine failure or something like that. So after a while, we decided to have the MSF team stand down and to rest a bit while we were still searching with the radars and of course with the binoculars. At least 2 people of the team were on the bridge checking in every directions to look for those boats.
قد تنتهي ساعات من الاستنفار والاستعداد بأمر استراحة قصيرة لعدم العثور على أي قارب. فالمهربون يزودون المهاجرين بهواتف ذكية من نوعيات سيئة جداً، لكنها موصولة إلى الأقمار الاصطناعية وفيها بوصلة لا توصلهم في غالب الأحيان إلى بر الأمان.
I'm a cardiologist, so I've been working in a hospital in Germany for quite some time, but I always wanted to do humanitarian work. And especially in cardiology, you mostly treat people who have eaten too much and who smoke too much maybe, and this is just the opposite, because you mainly treat people who don't have food or don't have enough food. So I think the work here is much more rewarding.
I didn't know I was going to be a midwife yet, so that came later. So many years later, when I became a midwife during my studies, I really felt in my heart that I wanted to dedicate my skills to relief work, humanitarian work.
What we need in the field is to collect information about what we see and what we do so that we can also share this in the world so that we can say what's happening. And especially on this boat, it's really important because if we can't tell people what's happening and why people are crossing the borders and crossing the sea, nobody will know and the authorities will never be able to change the policies and to give a safe passage, for example, which is one of the things we're asking.
هدف يعني كل السفر يكون سالم بطريقة سالمة وإنسانية. الحرب أو السبب بعد الحرب يوجد كثير ناس من إفريقيا لا يهرب من الحرب بس يهرب من الجوع ويهرب من الفقر. فهذه 3 الأسباب الرسمية: الحرب، الجوع، والفقر.
اليوم الثالث.
Information, distress call, and accordingly with indicated GPS position, we are proceeding. This distress received from rubber boat that need help. Approximately 100 people on the boat.
EU format Navy vessel going slowly 2.4 knots toward the Libyan shore, and in that direction merchant ship, a big one, going north, probably left Tripoli this morning. Now we are proceeding full speed to the last known location of this boat, but it's really far from us. It will take at least 3 hours to get there. So we're proceeding what we call the SAR L2, the Search and Rescue Zone lane number 2, which is east of Tripoli.
لدينا متسع من الوقت للاستعداد لتبدأ أول عملية إنقاذ خلال مهمتنا هذه.
The L1 is here between Al-Zawira and Zabrata. This is where we were this morning patrolling. The first rescue call we had is about here. This is where we are going now, proceeding. We're just going in this direction because the rubber boat is going north. So we'll go trying to intercept the boat around here. The second distress call we had is about here. So now we're just in between the two boats. MRCC told us to proceed and go with the first one. And for the second one, let's hope that some other ship will...
This is Libya.
This is Libya, yes. This is Tripoli, and in a few, maybe 1 hour or so, if you take the binoculars with this kind of weather, you should be able to see Tripoli. 24 nautical miles from Tripoli, which means about 40 kilometers. The closest was 17 from the shore, which is very close. I'll try to avoid that. Right now we have one boat 40 nautical miles in front of us and one boat 40 nautical miles behind us. Everybody on the deck, prepare yourself, and we go.
This is a fishing vessel, maybe migrants.
You have adults?
We have other boat, yeah, but this is looks like a fishing boat, Libyan fishing boat. Yeah. So we got it. Yes. Bernard, what do you think about the boat? We have approximately two positions. 1 hour 50 minutes before yes.
So we'll be standby.
Our officers will be communicate, manage with launch our FRB, how to do our job, and etc.
And when you will announce on mic, I need...
1 hour 30 minutes will be action on the bridge.
Okay.
When we will visual contact with rubber boat,
Okay.
we will continue SAR operation.
Yes, good afternoon, duty officer. This is Chief Mate of Bourbon Argus. I just would like to update you with information that we detect visually the rubber boat close to MSC Clementine. And in this case, you can release MSC Clementine and we will continue the SAR operation.
Miles to go. Already detected one rubber boat, about 100 migrants.
فريق العمل بات جاهزاً. تفضلوا بمرافقتنا.
So on the ship, I'm the deputy coordinator, which basically means that I'm responsible for the activities on deck when we have guests on board. And I act as a backup for the coordinator, since especially when we have guests on board, we're in a 24-hour shift. So we take each a shift every 6 hours. Normally the first thing we do in the operation is we launch our rib. And the whole goal of this part of the operation, the approach, is to make contact with the people and especially to calm them down and to give them the instructions they need to be able to do the rescue in a safe way. in order not to have any casualties, not to have any problems during the rescue. It's much easier when we do this from the rib because you're at the same level, so it's easier to talk to the people. We take the opportunity to also give them life jackets at the same time. And we've noticed that for afterwards, once they moor to the ship, it's way more easy to manage the whole embarkment phase, as people really already know that what will be happening, and they see one person that they can trust also, they have already made contact with. So that's actually the goal of this whole approach phase.
Salam alaikum, hello! You okay? Do you speak English? Il y a des gens qui parlent français? English, Tigrinya? Amarinya? English? Okay. Hello. We are here to save you, and we're gonna bring you to Italy. Okay? This is going well. Now, do you have any pregnant women on board? No. Do you have injured or unconscious people on board? Okay, but the injured people, do they think they can climb up a ladder? Yes? Okay, so do you have any children on board? No, no children. Okay, very good. Now, the big boat will come later on and will touch your boat, and they will send you some ropes. One to the front, one to the back. You attach the ropes to the ropes on your boat. Okay? That's the first thing. Second thing, we're gonna give life jackets to everybody. So our small boat is going back and forth a couple of times to bring you more life jackets until everybody has one. I want, when we start giving the life jackets, that everybody stays calm and just pass on the life jackets. We have enough for everybody. Okay? Shh, shh, shh. Hey, sir, please. It's important also that you keep quiet so I can give you the information. Okay? All right, so you can start giving the life jackets. Yes. We're gonna help you up. Don't worry. Okay.
The original for everybody.
Please stay seated, eh? Don't worry, guys. There's enough. So no push. Don't push. Don't push. Don't push. Don't push. Wait. No shouting. No shouting, please. Come on. Go fast. Okay?
Stay seated. I will get you. I will get everybody.
We will give some more. Okay? We come back later. Remember, stay seated when we board, okay? No women, no injured, no children over. Yeah, give him. We'll, yep, okay. Tensed, so...
اليوم الثالث تابع.
And the second phase is the actual embarkment, which is always a tricky part, probably the most dangerous part of the operation. So if we've established that trust before, the embarkment goes really well.
Stop. Wait a little bit until the boat comes back. Wait a little bit. Wait. Don't jump. Thank you. We have time. Hey, you. Okay, I will now ask two more people to help, okay? Just a minute.
And the first time you make contact with those boats is it's really special. Most of these people have spent hours, most of them a whole night plus a part of the day on the ship. For a lot of them, it's the first time that they're on the sea. A lot of them can't even swim. So for them, it's a very stressful but happy moment. I think almost every person we have on board right now, 2 nights ago, thought they would be dying. So for them to see people who actually come and save them, there's a whole lot of emotions that come free at that moment. But it's also dangerous during this rescue moment at that time, because all these emotions cannot endanger the actual rescue itself. So it's really important to give very simple and straightforward messages to the people right then at that moment.
So you are now on a boat of MSF, Doctors Without Borders. We are a humanitarian organization, and we're going to make sure that you all get to Italy. You may have heard in Libya that the journey to Italy is short, that it only takes a couple of hours. This is not true. It's a long journey towards Italy, and you will probably be staying 2 nights on our boat.
بعد وصول الضيوف، كما يحلو لفريق أطباء بلا حدود تسميتهم، لابد من تعريف بقوانين السفينة وبأعضاء الفريق.
Je voulais parler quelque chose. Dans les semaines-là, cette semaine-là, elle est difficile. À chaque fois, les gens ont vu, mais à chaque fois, les gens qui sont dans les semaines, on nous maltraite. Chaque jour, à chaque fois. À chaque fois, on nous maltraite. Mais cette semaine-là, elle est tellement difficile. Mais avec ça, c'est ça que je veux parler sans voix. Pour qu'on aide les gens qui n'ont pas encore venu, pour les aider. Merci.
On this mission, I am assigned to be a cultural mediator and a translator for refugees from East Africa, mainly from Eritrea and Ethiopia.
Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord.
بعد رحلة شاقة تكللت بالنجاة، شكروا الرب على طريقتهم الخاصة.
Well, here on the boat, I'm the nurse. So we have medical consultations. We also have medical equipment to treat more severe cases. We also do non-medical responsibilities like crowd control, so welcoming the people on board, making sure that they're all right, food distribution, non-food items, so clothing distribution, blankets and so on. We can also help to wash the place, to keep it clean, like cleaning the ladies' bathroom or the men's bathroom during the night, making sure that everything is okay around during the night and things like that.
الآن حان وقت الرعاية الصحية، فالعيادة الميدانية جاهزة لتقديم العناية لهم. كما تفرغ الفريق لتحضير عشرات الوجبات الغذائية لتكفي الجميع.
Right now we're preparing hot water to be able to give some tea and then later a hot meal to our guests tonight. So this will take some time because it's a lot of water to boil. So probably in 2 or 3 hours this will be ready. And then we have the food here. And this is like this instant soup, but it's like a meal. And so we can give them to each of one a hot meal today and tomorrow.
ها هو اتصال جديد يصل إلى بوربن أرغوس. مصدره هذه المرة سفينة حربية ألمانية أنقذ طاقمها عدداً من المهاجرين، طلب إيصالهم إلى اليابسة. أطفأنا الكاميرات احتراماً لقوانين البحر التي تقضي بعدم تصوير السفن الحربية، وتحولنا إلى المساعدة في استقبال الضيوف الجدد.
Navy vessels, army ship, it's always very sensitive. Most of the time, those are Navy assets, and the Navy don't like us to take pictures or to film those vessels. MRCC asked us if it would be possible for us to take these people aboard the Bourbon-Argos to go back to Italy. So normally we don't do that. We're not playing taxi for naval forces and the Navy. But as exceptions, we do this when we are going to Italy anyway. So we had already 97 people from the first rubber boat here aboard the Bourbon-Argos. So we decided that yes, we can take those people to Italy. So this is what we're doing actually now.
We don't have information for that.
ترتيبات أمنية وتفتيش دقيق يخضع له هؤلاء من قبل فريق أطباء بلا حدود. تعريف بالقوانين والمضيفين وحتى بفريق الميادين، فيما لو رغب أحد بمشاركة تجربته.
So you are now more than 200 people. We are only 10 people. So we can only do so much. So we will need from time to time your help. Okay? I see you already got new clothes on the other ship, which is already very good. We will make sure that you also receive foods. There's water here, there's a toilet there. I just got the news. We are going to Crotone, which is a port in the south of Italy. And we will be there not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, okay? So you will be our guest for 2 nights. Another thing, you have noticed that there are people filming here for the moment. These are journalists from Al-Mayadin television, and they're making a documentary about people making the passage to Europe. Now, the reason why we allow this is because for us, it is important for you to be able to tell your story. We know that most of you have gone through some difficult times, very difficult times to get here. And actually, we want to show to the authorities in Europe that people like you who want to make a passage to Europe don't have to go through all these dangers to get there. So if you want to tell your story, you are welcome to do so with the journalists or also with Delphine, who's there.
It's obvious that we need stories to be told, and you need to understand that it's not normal that people are taking all these risks to come to an area where they hope to have a better life. This project we are having on the sea, it's really to show authorities that they absolutely need to change something about their policies. They absolutely need to provide safe passage.
All my joints is killing me, all my joints.
Okay, have you been inside here yesterday already?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
I was feeling the pains inside the boat.
Inside the boat because you have been sitting? Okay. I'll give you a tablet against pain. So you take this. The journey through Sahara is probably as dangerous as well because people sit, there are 20 people on just one car, and they sit on long sticks on both sides of the car. If they fall off, the driver doesn't stop, they're left behind in the desert. That's very dangerous as well. So I think the whole journey is really dangerous. And this is just the last part of it where we can provide some assistance. This is not a solution to the problem because even though we can pick up people and try to make them cross safely about the Mediterranean, they still need to go in danger because they need to go on these little rubber boats and they might capsize before we go there. So we need a safe way for them to go into Europe and not to go into the Mediterranean, into Sahara, into Libya. This is something we need to avoid.
And then this one, you will have to take for 5 days. Like 1 tablet in the morning, 1 tablet in the evening for 5 days. And then it should be much better, okay? So the first rescue we did was a boat with only men. So I helped our nurse and our doctor also to do the consultations for the men. The main symptoms we saw was flu-like symptoms, fever, general body pains. The body pains also related to the stress that they faced during their long journey from their home country through the desert into Libya. They stayed there for many months and they are living in very poor conditions. And then, of course, being in the boat, in the small boat, their health also gets challenged. So mainly that. Really learned a lot from the world, about the world, because of this work. And you understand better what is happening in the world, because you see at the very core what effect all the political decisions are having on the people on the ground.
In the beginning, I was afraid, but when I entered inside, started working, I was not afraid again. But I know my God is there with me. By that time, I was not afraid. I wish that God should give me more wisdom to educate so that in my future life, I will live in a better life, a better position. That's the wish I have.
I live pains. No money to eat, nothing, pains, no help. I believe in God. God can make it possible for me because I don't have power on my own. When God says yes, it's yes. That is all.
Yes, we are happy.
Are you?
We together happy.
انخرط الجميع في توزيع الوجبات الغذائية الضرورية.
Well, third day. Today was an interesting and a very demanding day. It went actually pretty well. The people were calm and quiet. We had everybody on board, safe and sound. And we could proceed with the next phase, which is for us hosting. We're just going to Crotone at the moment, which will take us about 40 hours to get there. So our guests will stay with us for the next 2 nights and 1 day. And now it's time for them to rest, to have some hot food, to eat biscuits, have water, showers, and soon enough they will all sleep. You will see.
اليوم الرابع.
on appelle ça le médiateur interculturel يعني الوسيط الثقافي. المهمة هذه تتطلب كونه الوسيط يكون عنده دراية ثقافة المكان اللي هو يعيش فيه وبلوس الثقافة بتاع الشخص المهاجر يعني عنده دراية بطبيعة مثلا النيجيري المصري الأثيوبي بصفة عامة.
Here I'm checking the wave forecasts near the Libyan coasts because we know that the people are leaving Libya between 10 in the evening and 3 in the morning. And for them to be able to leave the shore, they have to have good weather conditions. If there is 1 meter or more swell or waves, it would be impossible for them with the rubber boat to cross the waves because the waves are even increasing near the shore. Okay. If there is a possibility, we have to be there. So we are going in the SAR zone, which is about here, just in front of Tripoli. If, like in the past weeks, we have news that there will be 3, 4, 5 meter waves, it's useless for us to go there because we know that there will be no one on the sea, and also it's not very comfortable for the team here on the boats to spend hours or days in 3 meter waves. So we go and rest in a port. Usually we go to Zarzis here in Tunisia, which is only 6 hours from the SAR zone. Okay. So we go straight there, wait until the weather is getting better.
She's not feeling okay to talk.
Yeah, okay.
So would it be okay for you to?
Yeah, sure.
The second thing is about the testimony. I wrote everything down. Whenever you have some time, we can go through it to be sure we're on the same page. Maybe you can use the essential for the document.
Yep.
And we see what pictures we can.
Oh, I don't feel nothing. I feel nothing. I just feel happy because I know that as from now, I'm free. I want to be a footballer. Yes, and I want to be a lawyer.
Why?
Why? I want to stand for my people. I want to stand for my people. If we want UN or UNICEF to try and help us with another solution, we're dead. But not them, you Libyans using guns, killing us like, you know, killing blacks like animals. And that is not right. Just 3 weeks back, they killed more than 19 people there. More than 19 people. I was among the victims. But they didn't, I was there, but I escaped. It's too risky, you know. There are so many Gambians there, Africans there in the prison. Some of them are almost 1 year inside their prison.
I took this journey in January to February. So for almost 8 months to 9, almost 10 to 11 months, I'm on the process. So it's a long time ago. When you are in Libya, at times they can kidnap and ask for ransom money.
So here we are counting again the numbers to be sure about the exact amount of people we rescued last time. It's not for the authorities or anything, it's just for our own archives to be able to count, to be able to trace back. We're doing this rescue since a couple of months, so it's important for us to also know how many people we rescued.
I don't know anything. All I know, I'm in the boat. And actually, none of us know where we are. We don't know where we're going. All we know, we are on top of the sea. Many people, we are crying. We are crying because we don't know where we are going to. I thank the Almighty God I'm alive today. I recognize the presence of God in my life. This man is too much. He's able to do everything. Hence, I can be alive to pass through the sea and see myself alive today. I am a living testimony.
What I'm begging so that they should not reject black. Black is good, you know. We like the white, so the white should like us. That's it. Thank you.
اليوم الخامس.
Good morning.
That is nice. All happy.
How long we still need to reach Italy?
Just 40-50 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, just in 8 o'clock, pilot will be here on board from Italy on the pilot boat. He will embark our vessel and approximately in 30 minutes we will reach the port.
Ok, très bien.
My feelings? Yeah, right now I'm feeling great because I'm safe now by the European Union. I'm so glad for them to come to that extent to rescue me. I'm very happy.
بانتظار الواصلين الجدد على الضفة الأخرى أجهزة الصحة والأمن والهجرة ووسائل الإعلام، وفصل آخر من مسيرة لجوء مستمر.
Came into Crotone, the port, at 8 in the morning. It took about 30 minutes for us to moor the ship to the GT, and then we were ready to disembark the people. But first thing that happened was that the Ministry of Health boarded the ship to see if we had any medical cases. because obviously those are the people we want to disembark first, for them to be cared for and also to be transported to hospitals if it's needed. And after that, the Frontex, the police, insisted upon coming aboard the ship and to have some discussion about our rescues. And it took a bit of discussion, negotiation with them to really be sure that we are upholding our core values, meaning that we are doing doctor's job, but not police work. It took a bit of discussion for that, almost 45 minutes to convince them that we are just a humanitarian organization. We disembarked the people here in Crotone, where some buses carried them to the transit center.
Goodbye. I want to thank you everybody here. All right, and thank you and journalists and everybody. Thank you. Huh? All right.
We are very pleased. Okay.
And we meet again.
No, my dad's namesake. I'll never forget it.
Thank you. That's true. Your dad and your son.
Yes. Take care, my friend. Bye.
Miss you.
All right.
Come on, give me a hug. You.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Hey, my friend.
Mike is good.
Be safe. Okay. Don't do something stupid like this again. Good luck.
You've spent like almost 40 hours with those people, and they kept on telling you stories about their lives, how difficult it has been so far, and they have no way of knowing what will happen next, and we don't know either. But so there is kind of an intimacy that grows up, and yeah, they trust us. And at some point, we just have to say goodbye. There are other people that will take care of you, and I hope in the best way ever. But yeah, it's always a bit difficult to just say goodbye, and yeah. For them, a difficult one, and for us, a challenging one. Yeah. Well, next is just doing some supply, and I think it's all over already. So 2 hours from now, we'll start the engine again, and we'll stay next to Libya.
Another mission?
Another mission, yeah. Another rescue.
انتهت مهمة الميادين، لكن فريق أطباء بلا حدود لا يعرف الراحة، خصوصاً في فترات الربيع والصيف حين ينشط المهربون. شددنا رحال العودة، وهم إبحار باتجاه مهمة إنقاذ جديدة. هؤلاء تركوا عائلاتهم وأوطانهم بحثاً عن نظراء لهم في الإنسانية. في الإنسانية لا حدود للعطاء.